Hey everyone, today I would like to bring you another spiritual tarot reading. It is Monday and it's the first of the week and it's time to start a brand new week and hopefully get some good information from our cards on how to go about our week. Also, I would like to do this reading to pertain to what's coming up in our harvest. It is getting toward the end of July and it's the end of summer very soon, which means that we are starting into our late summer, autumn phases, and we are preparing ourselves for autumn and the new beginnings of another season. So hopefully, we will get very good news that things are going to get better than they have in the past. And I'll apologize ahead of time. I have a little bit of allergies going on today, so I'm going to do my best to speak as clearly as possible. So sorry about that, but I'm going to do the best I can. I didn't want to get a frog in my throat. Besides, so the spread I'm going to do is going to focus on the end of summer and the beginning of fall, and allow us to kind of reflect back on what has happened, but then see where the universe is taking us in order to make things better for us in the upcoming months ahead. Another good shuffle. And today I'm using the Spellcaster's Tarot deck. If anyone is curious about the deck that I'm using today and would like to check into getting it yourself, because the pictures are very pretty and they really do bring in that autumn feeling and the earthy, natural feeling whenever you read them. They have a lot of nature oriented depictions, and they also have a lot of fall depictions within them. So, I'm going to lay out a door spread that will tell us where we've come from and where we are going. And it's going to be more like a little story. It's going to tell us a story about what's coming up and how things are going to go and what the universe is really going to put out there for us in the upcoming months pertaining to our autumn. So I'm going to grab the camera and we're going to move it over here so we can see the spread. So here's where we're going to start. This is the beginning. And this is talking about the emperor. The emperor is representing, let me get it to focus. Oh, no. It doesn't want to focus. Okay. So the emperor itself is talking about your masculine energy. It's talking about trying to be very masculine, maybe a little forceful. You've tried to really make things happen to you to the best of your ability, but it was it was kind of good for you, but like in the background you'll see the fire, so maybe not so much. Also, the emperor normally, and I will go ahead and say, in this position, I'm getting a totally different reading from the emperor than you get in general when you're talking about masculinity and sexuality um, and the fertility of a um, that you would be perceiving with this card. It's actually telling me something different. It's saying that you've tried to force things. You've been very forceful, and you've tried to make things happen, but they just didn't come into fruition for you. And here we are. We're talking about how we've had to pick up and keep going, and it's been a struggle with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords tells a story of having to pick up and leave quickly, in haste, leaving things behind that we may have cared about. Um, This could pertain to the physical and the spiritual world, and talking about what we've had to give up in order to deal with the way things have been the past few months. And here we have justice. Now, justice tells a story of balance. It tells a story of karma. Perhaps, when you were in haste, karma kind of came back and wasn't quite in your favor, but you were shown why you didn't need to do this in haste and why things went the way they went. There is a balance to everything, and there's two sides of the story. And that's what we see here with your justice as she holds the scales. And she has the fruit of knowledge in her hand, but you're not ready for it. So she keeps it kind of off to the side, waiting for you, the opportunity when you will be ready for it and you will be able to receive this knowledge and know what to do with it properly. And here we have the Death card. And this is very fitting for going into the autumn. The Death card represents breaking out of the old shell and becoming something new. You see the skin that's laying down there. He's shedding. He's shedding his old skin, and he's growing new skin, and he's becoming something that he wasn't in the past. So we're talking about going through a very big emotional change. This is not an easy change. It's a very emotional. It hurts. It's going to hurt to go through this change, and what you have to do is work on it and accept it as you go. It's not an easy change. It's not going to be overnight. So keep working toward it and keep going as far as you can in that direction. Don't give up. Just keep going and keep pushing yourself for this major change. You're going to go through a lot of emotions, and we have our emotional card here with the Seven of Cups. So the next here, we're talking about slowly moving in, because we have our turtle here. And it's talking about taking things slowly. It's talking about slowly moving into your new change, slowly moving into the change of the year, into the next season, and really going over all your options with the cups here. So, no hasty decisions, but take your time, work through it, choose wisely and slowly, and then figure out which one of these cups is the path to go on. Don't get too intimidated by all the different decisions, and actually contemplate which way you want to go. And here we have the autumn. Someone standing with the leaves changing and the birds up on the branch here, and that's talking about messages from the universe. It is the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is talking about grounding yourself, listening carefully, and understanding that the universe is bringing you what you need, but you have to listen very carefully, and you have to make your choices very wisely as the changing of the seasons goes on. Now, the Three of Cups is talking about you basically not getting caught up and too emotional. It's talking about don't get too emotional with friends and family. Usually the Three of Cups in most depictions of the tarot will show like celebration or people dancing around the Three Cups and joining in a celebration. But this is more about like, oh, look, they've stumbled. They're not paying attention to where they're going. They're falling, and it feels as though they're losing control. There are three fish at the bottom that are going in a circle. This is talking about going in that same circle that you go on over and over again, a never-ending cycle. So this is talking about not changing. And if you don't listen to, the death card up here and go through the rebirth and listen to taking it slowly and making the changes and accepting what the universe has to say, you're going to get too caught up in other things and you're not going to pay attention. You're going to go through the same cycle you do every time, and there will be no breaking the cycle. So we don't want to do that. Here we have the Eight of Cups, very fitting for the next card, as it is talking about letting go. It's talking about cutting those ties, moving forward, no longer carrying them, finding that change, that balance in your life of letting go, not allowing the past to influence you, and really working hard on just giving up, just on that past. You don't want that past. And it's not really about giving up. It's about giving up something that no longer serves you and allows you not to be tied to that anymore. So you can bring in new things. You don't need an empty cup. You don't need the empty cups laying here. These are all the emotions. They're very empty and they're not going to serve you. And then we have a plate back here that's empty. That's not going to feed you. So it's not going to feed your soul. It's not going to feed your spirit. It's time to move forward. It's time to let go. And as we let go, we have our Eight of Wands. And our Eight of Wands is very beautiful. It's talking about flying over those boundaries, flying above and beyond, getting past everything that kind of made you feel caught, trapped, allowing yourself to be free, and know that these aren't standing in your way anymore. This wall looks kind of intimidating, but it's not, because we have the bird up here flying high above it, soaring high, flying over that obstacle. So that's what it's trying to say. It's time to fly over those obstacles and receive the new journey ahead of you and move forward. And as we do, we're talking about the Four of Wands. It's talking about a friendship bond. It's talking about not only could it be with others that you care about and want to help and nurture, but it's also talking about you. It's talking about finding your other self, knowing that deep within you have to grow and you have to move forward with the Four of Wands, and that bonding and that spiritual bonding that you're going to have once you fly over those obstacles and let go, and you're allowed to bond with yourself and care for yourself. It can also talk about a friendship coming up because you have allowed yourself to be free, and now you can have that connection with a good person, with good people that you attract, because your negative energy is now gone. So now you're going to attract positive energy into your life and celebration. And beautiful, we have an Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is about overcoming that struggle, overcoming all those struggles that you've had in your past, building up, becoming new, a new start, beautifulness coming into your life, allowing the energies to flow in, the positive energies, and standing for yourself and lighting that fire once again and allowing it to burn within you, to grow, to move forward. However, we do have our winter coming, and that is the King of Swords. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. The King of Swords can talk about um, actually having that fatherly feeling. So if it's a male, you're going to be a better father. You're going to be stronger as the winter comes in, and because you've allowed yourself to grow, you're going to become stronger in this. If it is a female that we're speaking of, maybe you're getting more in touch with your masculinity and you're going to be stronger and you're going to grow as well and move forward. And I would like to pull one more card and see where this goes. I feel like there needs to be one more after this. And it is the Ace of Pentacles. So, because you've allowed yourself to let go and to grow and to move forward, and you don't allow yourself to get bogged down, you will be rewarded. The Ace of Pentacles is talking about once the winter is over and the spring comes in, you will be grounded by next year. You're going to be prosperous. things are going to be so much better next year. And I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know about you guys, but I really want to manifest this in my life as well. So I hope the best for you guys, and I really hope that this resonates with you and you can find a way to work through it. Keep going. You've got this. You're strong. And I know that we can manifest this for the upcoming year, and everything is going to be fantastic. All right. Thank you so much for listening to this very lengthy video that we have here today and this reading. And may you have a very blessed day. I send very positive energies your way. And also, I would ask that if you do like this reading, if you do like the way I do these readings and how I connect with the universe, please not only subscribe to my channel when it pops up, but please also go over and check out Lady Star's Spiritual Tarot Reader. I'm going to put it in the comments below or in the description below. You can click on the link and go over there and book an appointment if you wish, or send me a message if you have any questions. Also, feel free to comment in the video below. Any questions you have about these changes or this moving on, or if you want a little bit more clarification, please just let me know. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Many positive energies your way. And I hope the rest of your day goes well and your week. Thank you.